Hi, hello. So this is this is a pre-made model, just so we all know. I just wanted to give myself a new look quickly. I do have a something in the works for a new model for my new design, but that might take a few months. So, I wanted to apologize for being late. Having a single ferret is a full-time job. Don't, if you can, get a pair. I did not realize how hard it was. I heard people say it was hard, but it's pretty hard. I have a ferret in my lap right now as I'm recording. That also, me trying to figure out new work life, work 2, work 3, school balance, has been kind of difficult. So I did not finish only but one of the drawings for this video, but I finished the designs. I just didn't shade it because I didn't like how I was shading them, and so I just decided that they weren't getting shaded yet because I'd rather you guys get the product than me fuss over it for 500 years and you guys never get the product. Now that I am done yapping, we can get on to the video. Hi. I know, it's been so long. Or it kind of has been, because I am running late, but I just, you know how much I like this joke. I can never stop this joke. It's my favorite joke. So, I'm gonna do these. So this first one I drew is the senpai character, and if you've watched me attempt to do this and never finished before, I have kind of like an inside joke, or not inside. Everyone knows, basically, that the senpai character is like, maybe not a fill-in, but it's kind of obvious that it's like an Alex, the guy who created Yandere Simulator fill-in, especially because when he draws himself identical to the senpai character guy. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. So, here... Oh, I'm also going to rename these guys. I'm going to announce the names in the next video to keep you guys waiting. Ooh. Okay. So I make it a sorry, someone's stepping on a crunchy toy. But I make it kind of like an inside joke, sorta to make the senpai character based on myself. And this is where it becomes hard, because I am a they them. And I was in my mind, I was like, it'd be cool if this was like Yuri, toxic Yuri vampires, because why not? And then I was like, dang it, I'm not toxic. Well, like I am, but however, so I made the design based off of myself, and I made it kind of more feminine leaning, gender neutral design, and for me to figure out that later. But for the design, I basically kind of just took my design I have now, and then me in high school, and then I slapped them together. Minus the glasses, because I didn't get glasses until I had to drive, which I was 18 when I learned how to drive. So, but the glasses, I don't know why I was like, it'd be funny to have like little dorky glasses, and so that's what I gave this like irresistible character. I don't have any like explanation for that. Ooh, it just lightninged. That's spooky. And then I just, like I said, I just copy pasted the colors. This is the only one I shaded. Funnily enough, this was the last one I did, and I was like, oh, you know, I should start shading them, because I did each one in a line. Basically, I sketched them out, I did line art, and I did 4, or actually no, I technically did 5, but the 5th one's for the next video. So I sketched out, did line art, sketched out, did line art, sketched out, did line art, sketched out, did line art for all like 5. And then I color, and then I was gonna go back through and shade. Cause now I learned from the job I have now that is the quickest way to do things, and they are right. I just didn't have enough time to get to the shading part, cause I was doing them basically all in a line all at once, because I only gave myself a day to record everything like an idiot. I'm smart. So the price paid was me not shading them. I also am having a bit of an art block style crisis right now with my shading. I don't know what I want to do for shading, so figuring out how I wanted to shade these guys was also kind of hard, because I like the way I shaded this first one, but it wasn't as good as the first two I did, or the first one I did. And so I was like, I will shade them all eventually. It just might not ever be recorded. I'm sorry, I'm a procrastinator. So, oh, that was more lightning. Sorry, I had to mute myself because of thunder. But, yeah, that's all I really have. And then I just did what I did with the other rough sheet, which is where I duplicated it and then I lowered the opacity. I gave myself a green jacket because I wear a green jacket a lot in real life, and in middle school I had this green Mardi Gras book jacket that you could have not separated me from, even if you tried your hardest. I don't really have much to say other than that. Other than it was just kind of like an inside joke of, oh, he's gonna base the irresistible character off of himself, so I'm gonna base the irresistible character off of me. See, and then this one, I actually gave a name, which was Minno Kobayashi. I didn't want it to be my exact name. That feels wrong, so I added an N and then Kobayashi because I really like that last name to this day. I think it's cool. And then for the next one this is actually the first one I did out of the ones for this batch. We'll say batch. And I don't remember her name. I haven't renamed her yet. I just kind of started going. It's the Baker character girl, so it's the week after Osana. All of these guys should be in order from then. I would like to say that I remembered her name at some point in my life, but for this character, I took her essence. Now with my new job, I work in food service, so the bangs in the face, now that I work in like a job where I literally just like make like sandwiches and like cut meat and stuff, you're not allowed to have bangs. I look like a peeled grape at work, but someone who cooks all the time wouldn't probably have their bangs down or cooking for other people because, well, health hazard. I also tried to play with different skirt lengths. I also made her chunkier, but that was more of a spite thing than anything. Cause there's like no body type diversity in this game. It's just boob size diversity. And I think that's poo-poo. So, you will see a character who I haven't drawn out the rest of them. The next character is gonna be probably the thinnest character, but I made it because I wanted everybody to kind of like have different silhouettes. You'll see. And then she's one of the bigger characters because body diversity is important. And then I covered up that hand because hands suck. But I tried to kind of keep the essence of the first pose without having to draw 2 plates of food because I don't want to draw 2 plates of food because drawing 2 plates of food is hard and takes a long time because I suck at drawing food, which I know I should probably study since I suck at it, but I don't have time for that right now. So so we press on to the colors. Some more about her design. I wanted her to look. I gave her like fake freckles. I wanted her. So in my mind, obviously the game still takes place in Japan. I feel like you can't divorce those things from each other very well, or some sort of like Big Hero 6 San Fran Tokyo combo world or whatever. I forgot what I said in my last video. I'm sorry. But in my mind, or maybe she doesn't draw on. What did I think of? Give me a second. The little loading sign is loading. Oh, wait. Okay, I think what I wanted to do for her is that she's a foreigner who maybe came to Japan to study like culinary stuff. And that's why she has the freckles. It's either that or they're fake freckles, and I'm just like not remembering properly. But that's her whole thing. I didn't want her to be kind of like. She's a very sweet person, but she's also very like, in my mind, she isn't like I'm gonna immediately take care of you and be your housewife and fulfill weird 1950 fetish whatever. You know, I'm my own person, but I like to cook. And I'll cook for you if I like you. Like sort of like that kind of deal. I kept her color palette because there are some characters whose color palettes I don't like in this game. Her color palette is probably one of the most pleasant. And I like it because I like the soft brown with the teal. It looks nice. This is also when I started. I didn't think I mentioned it in the last one. I've started to color my line art because I think it looks nicer and more cohesive if I color my line art. So all of these have colored line art. I just didn't get around to shading. But I think it makes it look more soft, and that's kind of what I want to go for with my art. Or maybe not complete softness, but like painterly. And then I tried doing like the quick version of a multiply layer, and I hate it. So I'm gonna go back and fix that. Just not today. Speaking of color palettes, I detest. I'm sorry. That's probably picking up on the mic as me like slamming my hand down like pa 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 pa. Is that Kizana? I remember her name because it started with a K, and that's it. I just made her like a Harajuku gothic Lolita. Because theatrical Lolita, everywhere I looked, maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I couldn't find it existing. I couldn't find a base style for that because that's what it said on the wiki. Because I was like, what's going on with her? So I just did like Lolita with roses, and like kind of like Harajuku inspired, like with the pigtails and the top and stuff, so that she looked like trendy. I think she's supposed to be a mean girl. I didn't want to draw another hand. I am sorry. I had hell drawing her face. At this point, for some reason, I could not draw at a 3/4 angle anymore. It was like my body just said, no, you're not. And I sat on it for like 2 days trying to figure out why. I actually moved on to the last one, and then I went back to this one. But that's neither here nor there. But for this, I decided to give her a like petticoat underneath her skirt because of the Lolita like cupcake dress. I kept her stockings. I know most people, it's deplorable, but I feel like for like something like, in my mind, I know she looks really kind of shy in her like drawing. She's more of a sort of like, I would guess she could be considered, she's like, she knows, she's very like loner, but she knows what she's doing. Everybody at school knows that she's an excellent actor. She doesn't have to like pull it up or be up in someone's face about it. Everyone knows that's what she is. She knows what she is, and she's confident about it. She's really good at spreading rumors. And in my mind, if you're the player and this was a game, her problem would be, because they aren't really, her problem would be like she's gossiping about maybe you being a vampire and you having to like get rid of her because of that. I don't think she would necessarily have a thing for the main, like the yandere whatever. Not the the character I just made in the first part of this video. I am so sorry. And then I don't know what the second, maybe for the second character, the cook baker girl, who I like her color palette. Can't remember her name. I don't feel like Googling it. I'm sorry. is like maybe she notices that you take knives from the cooking club and you don't return them. Basically, I think that for this, you're eliminating people who could see that you're a vampire, and maybe the character who's supposed to be like the senpai character. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe they have like a special blood type, or they're like a vampire hunter, or like, I don't know, something. Maybe probably special blood type, because the character I drew does not look like a vampire hunter at all. But yeah, so after I redrew the line art, I decided to give her like, again, the Lolita skirt. I gave her like these heels with these like ballet ribbons, and then I made her stockings. I made them a little bit less graphic and a little bit more like artsy paintsy on her legs, so it just looks like a rose vine and petals are falling off of it. Because I feel like if I don't add some form of rose and sock, it's not reading as her, and it's reading as the other girl with purple pigtails. Same thing with the roses on the head. I actually kind of like her hairstyle. I think that it would look better if it was longer, and it would make her silhouette stand out more. Because right now, all of them have like unique silhouettes, but it's because of the way they're standing. Maybe other than like Osana, but they all have very similar silhouettes because they all kind of have the same length of hair. I also gave her like these fake elf ears sort of deal because she's extra like that. Oh, and I despised coloring her. I love purple. That I had to mess with the red a lot to get it to look nice. The next character is, with all due respect, the goth girl. Okay, I'm just sorry. I can't remember anyone's name anymore. I think I've lost it. I think this series has made me lose it. But for this, I thought about making another spindly character, like she's like a spider, but then I was like, no, I already did that. And so instead, I just made a very like generic anime girl body type. Because I was like, what if I made her a hot goth girl? And I was like, you know what? We'll do that. Why not? She can be the one. So that's what I went with. The hot goth girlfriend thing. I was chuckling to myself, but that's basically her body. That's what I made her body type. Her personality is not that. I think she's like transferred like 3 schools for trying to sacrifice people. And then this is the one that just, for some reason, even though she just has decided that she wants to stay here, and so she hasn't threatened to stab anybody. She's like, instead of being like really shy, I feel like the funner type of like alternative characters are the ones that are like loud and proud about it. So that's what I did. Another thing with her silhouette, I made her hair kind of swish out, kind of like wings, like bat wings, and she desperately wants to be a vampire. Maybe you could turn her into one, or she's catching on to you because she knows so much about vampires because she wants to be one, and so you have to eliminate her and maybe the entire paranormal occult club because they're all catching on to that you're a vampire, and you don't need anyone catching on to that. I gave her a super long dress to kind of look also, because I've been trying to play with the length and the style of the skirts for each the uniforms, because I think that yes, a uniform, like, I kind of like the rule of the uniform can modify to the character, but also it is still a uniform. So I keep the overshirt dress part and the undershirt and the tie, but they can look whatever way they want as long as they match to the school colors. Which was my general rule. So she can have a long dress, a long uniform, as long as it's the uniform with the plaid. She can wear a black button-up shirt. We can just say it's the winter uniform. It's not that crazy different. And then she has a red tie. That's a spider. That's not crazy different either. It's a spider tie, but it's red. It still matches the school colors. I also gave her boots with spikes on them. Forgive my lack of ability to draw shoes. That's just always been a sore spot for me. I really like the way she turned out. She looks ominous, and that's kind of what I wanted from her. She instead of just getting inklings of you or spreading a rumor to be mean or noticing like maybe something's going wrong in your club, she is actually like, no, I know what you are and I'm obsessed with you and I want you to turn me into a vampire. And it becomes a problem because she's so outgoing about it that she's gonna let the whole school know and you're gonna have to find a new food source. For the next characters, I'm even more excited because I've found even more like ideas, particularly for the teacher and the nurse because they're weird, and so I figured out how to make them not weird, which I know sounds like a hard thing to do, but this is no longer centered around love as much as it is trying to make sure nobody finds out that you're a vampire, which makes it less weird. I think I've won. Or not won, but you know, maybe not winning. Winning is not the right word. Maybe winning is not the right word. But that's really all I have for today. I'm sorry I couldn't get to what I wanted to be. The next video should hopefully be the last in this series. We'll see. But that's really all I have for you guys. If you like this video, like and subscribe. On mobile, there's this thing called Hype. It's at the bottom and you like scroll to it. I don't know. I've never found it. If you have it on your phone, use it. It's the Hype button. If you share, if you want to share this video, share it, like it, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, if you're already subscribed, you should comment. I tried to respond relatively quickly. If you're responding to me at like CST 3 o'clock in the morning, you're probably not getting anything until the morning, but I will try my best to respond to comments when the video comes out. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.